Right now, somewhere hidden inside a dusty drawer, an old piggy bank, or even mixed into your everyday pocket change, there could be a tiny coin worth an unbelievable fortune. These are not just ordinary coins. They are hidden treasures, forgotten pieces of American history that have exploded in value beyond imagination. And today, we're counting down the top 3 most valuable ultra-rare Jefferson Nickels ever discovered. Coins so rare they've shocked collectors, shaken auction houses, and turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. At first glance, they look completely normal. Simple, common, harmless. But behind that small 5-cent design could be a secret worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Some of these Jefferson Nickels are so rare and so highly demanded that finding one feels like discovering buried treasure. And here's the crazy part. One of these rare nickels could still be out there today, hiding in circulation, waiting for someone to notice it. Maybe inside a coin jar, maybe in an old family collection, or maybe even in your pocket right now. So make sure you stay all the way until the end, because the number 1 coin on this list is absolutely mind-blowing, and its value will leave you speechless. Welcome to Old Worth Coin, the channel where everyday pocket change becomes incredible stories of hidden wealth. If you love rare coins, valuable discoveries, and unbelievable auction records, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. We bring you powerful coin discoveries and collector secrets every single day. Now, let's begin with coin number 3. Coin number 1, the 1946 D Jefferson Nickel. The moment you hold a 1946 D Jefferson Nickel in your hand, you are touching a small but powerful piece of American history. Minted just after the end of World War II, this coin represents a nation stepping out of one of the darkest chapters in history and entering a brand new era of hope, rebuilding, and prosperity. While millions of Americans rushed back to normal life, the United States Mint quietly produced one of the most fascinating Jefferson Nickels collectors still chase today. At first glance, the 1946 D nickel may look ordinary, just another old 5-cent coin with Thomas Jefferson's familiar portrait. But hidden within certain rare examples are details that can transform this tiny coin into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. The D mint mark on this coin tells an important story. It means the nickel was struck at the famous Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mint facilities responsible for producing coins that traveled across the entire country. During 1946, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson Nickels, but not all of them were made equally. Some were struck with incredible sharpness and detail, while others contained tiny minting imperfections and rare characteristics that collectors today desperately search for. Over the decades, many of these nickels were heavily used in everyday commerce, tossed into cash registers, vending machines, and pockets until their surfaces became worn and damaged. Because of that, finding a pristine 1946 D Jefferson nickel today is extremely difficult. What makes this coin truly exciting is the possibility of discovering one with a full steps designation. On the reverse side of the Jefferson nickel is an image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. At the bottom of the building are small staircase lines known as steps. On most circulated coins, these steps are weak, blurry, or completely worn away. But on exceptionally well-struck examples, all the steps appear fully visible and sharply separated. These rare full-step specimens are considered elite among collectors. A high-grade 1946 D Jefferson nickel with full steps can command astonishing prices at auction because of how difficult they are to find. Collectors examine these nickels under magnification, carefully studying every tiny detail. Even the smallest mark, scratch, or weakness in the strike can dramatically affect value. Coins graded in mint state condition, especially MS-66, MS-67, or higher, become incredibly valuable because so few survived in near-perfect condition. Most people never realized these coins could someday become rare, so they were spent without a second thought. That is exactly why surviving premium examples are now considered hidden gems of American numismatics. Another reason the 1946 D nickel captures so much attention is its connection to post-war America. The nation was transitioning from wartime production back to peacetime industry. Families were rebuilding their lives, soldiers were returning home, and American commerce was booming once again. Coins from this period symbolize resilience and transformation. Every scratch and every worn surface on surviving nickels tells the story of countless hands that once exchanged them during one of the most important eras in modern history. Some rare 1946 D. Jefferson Nickels have stunned collectors with their auction performance. Certain beautifully preserved full steps examples have sold for thousands of dollars, shocking people who once viewed these coins as simple pocket change. Imagine discovering a nickel worth more than a car, or even more than a year's salary, hidden inside an old jar of coins. Stories like these are exactly what fuel the excitement of rare coin collecting. Ordinary people continue searching through inherited collections and forgotten piggy banks, hoping to uncover one of these elusive treasures. The design of the 1946 D. Jefferson Nickel also carries artistic beauty that collectors deeply admire. The front of the coin features a dignified portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, whose artwork became one of the most recognizable images in American coinage history. The reverse side, displaying Monticello, remains iconic and timeless. Over decades, this design has become a symbol of classic American coin collecting, and early Jefferson nickel from the 1940s hold a particularly special place among enthusiasts. Condition plays a massive role in determining value. A heavily worn 1946 D nickel may only be worth a small premium over face value, but sharply struck coin with brilliant luster and full steps can become the centerpiece of a serious collection. Professional grading companies carefully authenticate and grade these coins, assigning numerical scores that could dramatically impact market prices. In the world of numismatics, even one tiny point difference in grade can mean the difference between a modest collectible and a small fortune. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1946 D. Jefferson Nickel is that examples still appear unexpectedly. People continue finding old rolls of nickels tucked away in attics, estate sales, antique shops, and inherited collections. Sometimes, rare coins sit unnoticed for decades because their owners never realized what they possessed. That mystery and possibility keep collectors searching every single day. The next valuable nickel discovery could happen anywhere at any moment. As demand for rare Jefferson nickels continues growing, the 1946 D remains one of the most respected and talked about dates in the series. Collectors appreciate its historical significance, its challenging full steps rarity, and the excitement surrounding high-grade examples. It represents the perfect combination of American history, rarity, artistry, and treasure hunting. And perhaps the most unbelievable part is that many people still overlook these coins entirely. So the next time you come across an old Jefferson nickel with a small D, mint mark beneath Monticello, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Examine the condition. Study the steps. Because hidden inside that tiny 5-cent coin could be a forgotten relic from post-war America, and possibly a life-changing discovery worth far more than anyone could imagine. Coin number 2, the 1973 D. Jefferson Nickel. The 1973 D. Jefferson Nickel may seem like one of the most ordinary coins ever produced in America, but hidden behind its simple appearance is a story that continues to fascinate collectors across the world. Every single day, people overlook this coin without realizing that certain rare examples have become highly valuable treasures worth thousands of dollars. It is the kind of coin that could sit unnoticed for decades inside an old coffee can, forgotten piggy bank, or family coin collection, waiting for someone to finally recognize its true importance. While millions of these nickels were produced at the Denver Mint in 1973, only a tiny number survived in exceptional condition, and those rare survivors are now among the most desired modern Jefferson nickels in the collecting world. The small D, mint mark found on the reverse side of the coin beneath Monticello tells collectors that this nickel was struck at the Denver Mint. During the early 1970s, the United States economy was rapidly changing inflation was rising, and Americans were using coins constantly in daily life. Jefferson Nickels passed through countless hands every day, from grocery stores and gas stations to vending machines and diners. Because they were so common, almost nobody bothered saving them carefully. Most were heavily circulated, scratched, dropped, and damaged over time. That is exactly why high-grade 1973 D nickels have become surprisingly difficult to locate today. What makes the 1973 D Jefferson nickel truly exciting is the incredible rarity of flawless full steps examples. On the reverse side of the coin, Monticello's staircase contains a series of delicate horizontal lines called steps. On most nickels, these steps appear weak or partially missing because of poor striking pressure during production. But on a perfectly struck coin, every single step appears sharp, complete, and fully separated. These full steps nickels are considered the elite examples of the series, and collectors compete aggressively to own them. A top-condition 1973 D full steps nickel can command astonishing auction prices that leave ordinary people completely speechless. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of nickels in 1973, but quality control during mass production was not always perfect. Dies wore down quickly, causing many coins to lose sharp detail. Because of this, finding a 1973 D nickel with strong strike quality and beautiful luster is far more difficult than most people imagine. Even among uncirculated rolls saved decades ago, only a tiny percentage meet the strict standards required for premium grading. This combination of rarity and condition is what drives collectors to pay enormous amounts for the best examples. Professional coin grading companies examine these nickels under powerful magnification, studying every detail of the strike, luster, surfaces, and preservation. Coins graded MS66, MS67, or higher are especially prized because so few survived in such extraordinary condition. In the competitive world of rare coins, one small scratch or weak detail can dramatically reduce value. That is why collectors spend years searching for premium quality specimens to complete their sets. The highest graded 1973 D Jefferson nickels are considered modern treasures within the hobby. Another fascinating part of the 1973 D nickel story is its connection to American culture during the 1970s. This was a period of major social change, technological growth, and economic uncertainty. Americans carried these nickels everywhere during a decade filled with historic events, changing lifestyles, and evolving industries. Every surviving coin from that era carries a silent history of the countless places it traveled and the many lives it touched. For collectors, owning a beautifully preserved 1973 D nickel feels like holding a frozen piece of American history in the palm of their hand. Some of the finest known examples of this coin have stunned the numismatic world with their auction results. Certain full-step specimens with exceptional grading have sold for thousands of dollars, proving that even modern coins can become highly valuable under the right circumstances. Many people find this hard to believe because the coin itself appears so ordinary. That mystery is part of what makes coin collecting so addictive. A simple nickel worth only 5 cents on its face can secretly hold enormous value because of rarity, preservation, and collector demand. The design of the 1973 D Jefferson nickel remains one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coinage. The obverse features President Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers, while the reverse showcases Monticello, his famous Virginia estate. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel became an enduring symbol of American coinage and remained largely unchanged for decades. Collectors especially appreciate early and mid-series Jefferson nickels because they capture an important era of United States history and minting craftsmanship. Many collectors today continue searching bank rolls and old collections, hoping to uncover a hidden 1973 D treasure. Stories occasionally emerge about lucky individuals discovering valuable nickels inside inherited coin jars or forgotten storage boxes. These discoveries fuel excitement throughout the hobby because they remind everyone that rare coins can still appear in unexpected places. Unlike ancient treasures locked away in museums, valuable Jefferson nickels may still exist quietly in ordinary homes across the country. One major reason this coin remains so popular is accessibility. Almost everyone has handled Jefferson nickels at some point in life, which makes the possibility of discovering a valuable one feel personal and real. Unlike rare gold coins or expensive silver dollars, the Jefferson nickel connects directly to everyday Americans. That simple connection transforms ordinary pocket change into the possibility of hidden wealth and historical discovery. Coin number 3, the 1958 D. Jefferson Nickel. The 1958 D. Jefferson Nickel is one of those extraordinary coins that most people pass by without a second glance. Yet behind its simple 5-cent appearance lies a hidden story of rarity, history, and surprising value. Somewhere right now, this very coin could be sitting unnoticed inside an old dresser drawer, buried in a forgotten coin jar, or mixed into a collection inherited generations ago. To the average person, it looks completely ordinary. But to serious collectors, certain rare examples of the 1958 D. Jefferson Nickel are prized treasures capable of selling for thousands of dollars at auction. It is proof that even the smallest pieces of pocket change can sometimes become remarkable discoveries. Minted at the famous Denver Mint, the small D mint mark on this nickel carries important meaning for collectors. During the late 1950s, the United States Mint was producing massive quantities of coins to support America's booming post-war economy. Coins flowed rapidly through banks, businesses, restaurants, movie theaters, and vending machines as Americans embraced a growing era of prosperity and modern living. The Jefferson nickel was one of the most heavily used coins in circulation, which meant very few people bothered saving them in pristine condition. Most were spent immediately and gradually worn down through years of everyday use. Because of this, finding a sharply preserved 1958 D. Jefferson nickel today is far more difficult than many people realize. One of the most important features collectors search for on a 1958 D. nickel is the legendary full steps designation. On the reverse side of the coin sits Monticello, President Thomas Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Beneath the building are tiny horizontal staircase lines known as the steps. On most nickels from this era, those steps appear weak, blurry, or incomplete because of worn dies and heavy production demands of the mint. But on exceptionally well-struck examples, all the steps appear fully separated and crystal clear. These rare, full steps nickels are considered elite among collectors and can command astonishing prices in the rare coin market. The challenge of finding a 1958 D full steps nickel in high-grade condition is what makes this coin so fascinating. Even though millions were produced, very few survived with strong strikes, beautiful luster, and minimal damage. Tiny scratches, bag marks, or weak details can dramatically reduce value. That is why collectors carefully examine these nickels under magnification, searching for the sharpest and cleanest examples possible. Coins graded MS66, MS67, or higher by professional grading services are especially rare and highly demanded. In the competitive world of numismatics, a nearly flawless Jefferson nickel from 1958 can become the centerpiece of an advanced collection. The 1958 D. Jefferson nickel also represents a remarkable era in American history. The late 1950s were a time of optimism, innovation, and cultural transformation. America was expanding rapidly with new suburbs, booming industries, and technological progress shaping everyday life. Families gathered around black and white televisions, drive-in restaurants filled with customers, and jukeboxes played the music of a changing generation. Through all of this, the Jefferson nickel quietly circulated from hand to hand, becoming part of millions of daily transactions. Every surviving coin carries a silent connection to that unforgettable period in American history. Collectors are especially drawn to the artistry of the Jefferson nickel design. The obverse features a dignified portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Felix Schlag, while the reverse proudly displays Monticello with elegant architectural detail. For decades, this design remained one of the most recognizable and beloved images in American coinage. Early Jefferson nickels from the 1940s and 1950s are particularly admired because they combine historical importance with classic minting craftsmanship that many collectors believe has become harder to find in modern coins. Over the years, several high-grade 1958 D. Jefferson nickels with full steps have shocked the collecting world by achieving incredible auction prices. Some examples have sold for thousands of dollars simply because of their exceptional preservation and rarity. To many people, it seems unbelievable that a common-looking nickel could hold such enormous value. But that mystery is exactly what fuels the excitement of rare coin collecting. A tiny coin worth only 5 cents in ordinary circulation can secretly become a prize collectible because of condition, scarcity, and demand. Another reason this coin remains so popular is the possibility that undiscovered examples may still exist. Old bank rolls, estate collections, antique shops, and inherited boxes of coins continue producing unexpected finds. Many valuable Jefferson nickels remained hidden for decades because their owners never realized what they had. Stories of collectors discovering rare, full steps nickels in ordinary rolls of coins inspire thousands of people to continue searching today. The next great discovery could happen anywhere at any time. Professional grading has also played a major role in increasing the popularity of the 1958 D. Jefferson nickel. Certified high-grade coins are now tracked carefully by collectors and investors who compete for the finest known examples. Population reports reveal just how few premium quality, full steps nickels truly exist, making top specimens even more desirable. As more collectors enter the hobby and demand continues rising, exceptional examples of this coin have become increasingly valuable. What makes the Jefferson Nickel series so exciting is that it connects everyday people directly to history and treasure hunting. Unlike rare gold coins locked away in museums, Jefferson nickels were once carried by millions of ordinary Americans. That means valuable examples still have the potential to appear in unexpected places. Every coin jar, piggy bank, or inherited collection holds the possibility of containing a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. The 1958 D. Jefferson nickel proves that rarity is not always obvious. Sometimes the greatest treasures hide in plain sight, disguised as ordinary pocket change. Its historical significance, challenging full steps rarity, and growing collector demand have transformed this humble nickel into one of the most respected coins of the Jefferson series. And for those lucky enough to discover a beautiful high-grade example, that tiny 5-cent coin could become far more valuable than anyone ever imagined. So the next time you come across a 1958 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, don't ignore it. Look closely at the condition. Examine the shine. Study the steps beneath Monticello. Because hidden inside that small coin could be a forgotten American treasure, a rare nickel capable of turning an ordinary discovery into an unforgettable fortune.